if you have that mindset in life, right? Sometimes you get stuck in your walk with God. Sometimes you don't feel like you're growing. Maybe you didn't feel like coming to church this morning. Maybe you don't feel like praying or reading your Bible. And sometimes you get stuck, and sometimes you just don't feel like moving ahead. But you got to say to yourself, failure's not an option. I'm going to do it. I got to keep moving. Because if Jesus had to grow up, so do you. Right? And that's going to take a little bit of work sometimes. Did you know that only 8% of people will follow through on their New Year's resolutions? Right? Everybody has New Year's resolutions, goals we set for the new year. But only 8% follow through. And if you had a New Year's resolution to grow up spiritually, to do something that's going to help your growth, get closer to God, be the 8%. Be the 8% this year. You can. You don't have to be the 92%. You can be the 8%. You can be the ones that do it. Jamie and I were looking at some pictures of our honeymoon that we took in Hawaii almost 20 years ago. And we were checking these pictures out, and we were looking at them, and we recognized something about ourselves. We were a little heavier back then. All right? We didn't have holiday weight, okay? We had China Moon, Jets Pizza weight, Coney Island weight. All right? We had a place to go to every night, all right? We did a lot of takeout back then. But we don't eat that food any longer. 18 years later, we got a lot better healthy habits eating, and we're a lot lighter because of some decisions that we made along the way. But we've come a long ways. That's my point. How far have you come in your walk with God? Because God doesn't care where you started. He cares how far you've come. He wants you to finish the race. That's the success measurement that you need to have. How far have you come since you started walking with God? And remember, if Jesus had to grow up, then so do you. You got to grow up. Now let's look a little closer at the significance of this story, and you'll see how this was a turning point in the life of Jesus where he made a decision ultimately. He made a decision that he was going to live for God with purpose.